welcome to Thehayteamtv, where we're having another balls up. More of how this has happened in a bit, but currently I've got to rewrite a set of mowers. So what happened was, I was just hitching my back mower up and I had a little bit of a problem, as you just saw. Now, what I did is, on here, I should have used my little wheel for setting my heights. Anyway, I'd just been messing around and put everything on my little joystick, because we're not as pushed today. We're going to cut a small amount of grass and I wanted to get used to my joystick. Now, when rising up or putting down, you press once to go and then a second time to stop. So press go, press again, stop. Okay, well, I did that, and as I turned to get out the tractor, leaving my hand on the joystick, I hit the button again, but on up. And the back arm just went like that and kicked the mower over. So that was a joy of 5 seconds. There was a few bits of threats that came out my mouth whilst I was watching in slow motion the mower going over the side. But I can't see any damage but a bent bar, but it was the bar that we've already taken apart, which had the indicators on stuff on the back, because we always clip everything around here because the roads are tight. And so that's a bit bent, and then the only other bit of damage is a small hole in the bale. So I actually thought it would have messed the bale completely up, but there's only 1 or 2 little holes, patch that up. That's all the damage that actually came from that. That could have gone really, really wrong. But in another terms, like, you know, other than we want to go cutting, I don't like these mowers anyway. So it could have been positive all the way around. It's just in the moment there was a lot of effing and essing, and then it settled, and it could have been a lot worse than it was. Anyway, myself and Ty, quick fix, it's all right again. And HRS doesn't know. Keep the secret between us. Damage for tugging on the bale, which isn't too bad. Now, as you can see, I put the strop up here and connected the strop 2 Ds to 2 holes on the very top of the cutter beds, or ends. So for you youngsters that have a mess up and you want to sort it out without, fingers crossed, the old man finding out, which I've done many times in my life, you need to go to the highest point if you want to rewrite a machine, like this. Yeah, because you need to make a triangle. Okay, that's the aim of basically, I'm going to get my stand to stay up right now. So you're trying to make a triangle top, so you've got a single pivot point. Ty asked the question, why not put it over 2 tines to 2 times be stronger? Well, pallet fork tines are more than strong enough to lift the mower by a mile. But if you put it over 2, there's risk of them sliding, so they can actually slide across, and then you've got less control over a situation that you've already got not a lot of control in. By having it on a single pivot, the weight of the machine should dig into the belt or the strap, as I've got on there, and you've got that singular pivot point, meaning you've got a single point of control, not a double point of control, which is with physics better. If you have, like, you know, it's the same thing as a fertiliser bag, it suspends off 1 bit. If you go into 1 fertiliser bag with it spread, it's got room to roll and move. So that's the point, and then do everything really slowly, like really, really slowly. But that could have been a lot worse this morning than it is. It's actually gone monumentally well for a monumental balls up. So yeah, just think of those things. Go to the highest point and then do everything really slowly. If you go to the low point, you can do it, but if it starts going over, you've got nothing to catch it, if that makes sense. If you haven't got a load tractor, well then you've got to be a bit more inventive the way you've got to do it. There's me finished for the day cutting. Cut a little bit more than I was expecting to. Well, I was thinking of cutting. Haven't told the big boss about it. So they're just like on this block. We aren't cutting the whole block because we've only got a certain amount of weather. But I have cut a few more of the small sort of what I call pokey fields down the bottom of this block, which are undulate and they're slow to operate in, they're slow cutting, they're slow baling. So one field down the bottom, go to cow silage, we'll go for cow silage. There's a little field in here which has got too many weeds in, I'll go for cow silage. The rest of it's lovely and super thick. So that will all go for horses. Now, is it going to go for hay? Don't know. If you're watching this for the first time ever, we always plan to make hay, and if the weather forecast keeps pushing on out, we'll just leave it down and keep drying it. But if the weather changes, then we'll make haylage, if that makes sense. We know we've got enough days for haylage. If the weather does push out for some reason, fine. If it doesn't, we've got a plan. So we always plan to make hay. Anything else, haylage, silage, that happens. That's obviously getting picked up as we go. So that's the general consensus. It's coolish in the evening time. I'm gonna shear my sister and Greenhorn Rich's sheep, and Wolfie's gonna get some exercise whilst HRS and John are tedding. I think he's having PTO clutch problems again because it is very, very heavy in grass. So HRS is there in those fields. Where's my finger? As you can see him. And John is over the top in on the flatter stuff just over the ridge of the hill. So that's what we're all up to. Greenhorn Rich is having a go. These little clippers do tend to seem to get quite hot after you've done a couple of sheep. But we're getting through them. Like 5 or 6 in the evening. 2 or 3 evenings, sorted. There's not that many sheep here. But it's a lovely evening for it. It's cool, blue sky. Apart from that line, but it's blue sky. So yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Everything's quite relaxed here. There's a depressed looking collie because he didn't get it quite right. So he's just looking into the abyss of woolly clouds. The moment when the last sheep actually comes to you to be shorn, that's a rare one to happen. This is the only time that I get to legitimately wear my Longhorn shearer's vest. It doesn't happen very often, but it's nice to actually wear one and actually do the job that the brand's for. Even though I've never quite worked out why it's a cow's head for shearing. Imagine we've got lots of hay being made. Hay's coming in, and Ty are moving all this. We're not moving this, we're moving all the hay and pallets that are in the shed, in the baling shed, in here, like we did last year and the year before, so we can stack big bales, which are obviously over there. Once I'm going to flip this, big bales will get stacked in the baling shed, and Ty's bring me pallets round, and with a forklift, because it pivots better, I am just banging them in here. Constantly coming round. Best thing with forklift, you just can keep spinning around. There is nothing more manoeuvrable. So we have watched Channel 4 with this extra space. This is our tallest shed, so we can get a lot more hay in here with the height than we can in the shed next door and some of the other sheds. So that's just working with what we've got. So it seems silly moving all this, but it means we've got more room to put dry hay.
Problem with the hitch, as you can see. So basically, you've got this goes together, and you've got like splines, sort of like star splines, all bolted together. So what basically happens is, whether the bolt come loose, and then on a turn, it stripped the threads, then it all become loose. This all popped out. This is all bent as well. So to get us going, Ross from Host come down, welded it all back together because we were just hoping put a new nut and bolt in. But what happened is actually one's twisted, that side's actually twisted, and then this wouldn't line up with the stars and the star spines. It's like little triangles interlock. So to get us going, we welded it up so we could actually get going.
Now everything's going wrong, and there's mist over the walls, and it's grey down the valley. We finally got a baler back together. HRS, if I turn the camera there, is just raking up the third field. This could be an interesting long night, and fingers crossed the breeze stays up, or all this hay might have to get wrapped, which is a bit of a shit show, isn't it? Did we manage to complete? No, we didn't. There's 5 fields, been absolutely rained on. You can see the yard here, soaking wet. After the baler problem, the rake went wrong, so it was one thing after another. So we got rained on. It was hay, now it's not hay. So yeah, that's the way this one's gone, which is a bit annoying, because it means instead of getting on, we've got to go backwards in order to go forwards, rather than cutting more to make more. So that's what's happened to us. Doesn't always work out the right way. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to move a cow fence here on a Sunday morning before I go and edit this video. So this lot have got their fresh little area. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. If you haven't yet done so, please hit the subscribe, ring the bell, give us a thumbs up, that'd be most appreciated. If you want to find any more of us, you can find us on Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. That was close. That was an absolute malfunction. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you next one. Cheers.